morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
My name is ZiaOnline.Com. You can call me Zia. Before I begin my presentation, let me ask you, how many of you really have fear of something? Fear of heights? Can you raise your hand? How many of you have fear of heights? And how many of you have fear of public speaking?
All of us maybe.
Most of us, isn't it? Yes. But I will assure you, after my presentation, at least you will reduce that fear. At least it will help you to reduce your fear and to overcome how to control your fear. First of all, let us analyze why we will have fear. Can anybody will say, why you fear, madam, from heights?
I feel I might fall or something. Annoying times anxious. I might fall or what happens if I fall.
You fall. Or
Some unknown fear. Low confidence.
unknown. Anybody, why you fear of public speaking?
If we tell them false, only get fear.
If you tell false,
Like if you tell us.
You can speak if you are speaking something silly, people might laugh.
yeah. Say for example, being foolish. Anybody? One more question. Yes, madam.
And not being doing the same the public speaking work every day. Because once in a while only
Experience.
You don't have the
Experience. Whatever you say, is it correct? The most of the time, we will have fear because of the unknown places. Like for example, yesterday we were in a different room. We were so comfortable. When we change the place, I'm sure we are all not comfortable because it's an unknown place. Similarly, like sir says, if he is giving presentation every day, that is the experience. So he will have less fear. But I am sure, not only Satyanarayan sir, even Nandi sir, whenever they are going to the new presentation, they have fear. The butterflies will be in your abdomen. Sometimes you have to control your fear. You cannot say that, nobody can say that I don't have fear. Only the experience can reduce and you can control your fear. But if you don't have experience, then it will always, you have that, the fear. So I will show you how to control your fear. If I want to jump from 13,000 feet, do you have fear or not?
Lot of fear.
Lot of fear. But if I control before I jump from the flight, then definitely I can achieve my purpose. I can be a very good skydiver. For that, as I said, the fear is not specific only for jumping from the flight from 13,000 feet, or the public speaking, or even the examination fear. Due to the time constraint, I'm just showing the one aspect of the fear. First of all, let's see what are the triggers for the anxiety. As we have mentioned here, the most of the time the new and unknown situations. Whenever we go to the new and unknown situations, we will have fear. So what you have to do, like for example, yesterday, sir has announced that our venue is going to change. So we know in advance that we are going to a new and unknown place. But if you come ahead of time, 10-15 minutes before, and if you have taken, the position of this place, so then your new and unknown place will become familiar for you. Similarly, for example, if you are going for the examination, we don't know where is our examination hall, where is our place, who's we are, beside us. If we go before the time, what will happen? We will not have that much fear. If you are going there at the last hour, then you will have a lot of fear. So first of all, you have to be familiarized with the new and unknown situations. Like Madam said, the risk of failure. Most of the time, we will not take the lead because always back of our mind, the risk of failure. Like for example, if I don't want to jump from the flight because I think that I may die or something may happen to me. Like if somebody will ask you to come and give the presentation, you may have a wonderful knowledge, but you don't want to come and give. You think that if I give, what will happen? If I fail, somebody think that I am foolish. So that is always you have back of your mind. So risk of failure sometimes also it lead to a fear. The third one is potential of appearing foolish. Let me ask you, how many of you consider yourself as fools? Say loudly, yes or no? Say loudly. Are you fool? Say loudly.
No.
Are you fool?
No.
I'm not getting you.
No.
Are you fool?
No.
See, why you are saying loudly? Because when I ask you, are you fool? It is hurting your sentiments. It is hurting your ego. But most of the time, we will not take the lead because the potential of becoming foolish. For example, when I am asking you, you say that I am not fool. But how can you consider that when you are coming here and if you fail, then everybody is thinking that you are fool. So you don't want to show your bad face to the people. That is because of not unpreparedness. So that is one of the reasons most of the time we don't do the things which we can do just by thinking that I may look foolish. But if you think that no, who cares? Whatever I give the presentation, yes, end of the day, this is my presentation. So then what will happen? You will build your confidence. So never ever think that you look foolish. The only thing that you practice and you come and perform by experience only, you can overcome by that fear. So controlling the fear that, remove this from your mind that, you never ever think yourself that you are foolish. Like I said, there are symptoms for the anxiety. What are the symptoms? Before you come to the stage, what will happen? Sometimes you have the nervousness, the shakiness, right? So these are, I'll show you some of the, before we give the presentation or before you do something, you have the increase of heart rate. The butterflies in your stomach. Most of the time, you have that. Uncontrollable shakes. Sometimes you'll go in front of the people that you have that, the shakiness. So you have to control that. The lightheadedness. I'm sure some of us maybe we did not sleep last night because we have to give the presentation. So when we come in the morning, so you have that, the lightheadedness. The last one is the nervousness. Before we give any presentation or before we do anything, we will have the nervousness. So if you control these things, then I am sure you are controlling your fear. Now, let us talk about the solution. We talk about the problem. Now, what is the solution? How to overcome from this fear? How to control your fear?
You also get a feeling of going washroom also.
Yes, that also may happen. But these are the things, before you come to the preparation, you have to go to the washroom, you have to be prepared, you have to be well dressed. These are the things that is going to help you. before going for any new thing, whether it is a public, the speaking or any presentation or jumping from the flight, you have to be relaxed. Your mind should be relaxed. For relaxation, the best example is, doing some isometric exercises. Whatever exercise some stretches, some body movements, you try to do before you give the presentation, that will help you. The second thing is the breathing exercises. If you do the breathing exercise, your mind will be calm. You'll be so relaxed, and that will help you, and you will overcome from the fear. The last one is the prayer. So whatever the religion you might be, whatever religion you belongs to be, the best exercise for me is prayer. If you are Muslim, okay, you go for you pray for namaz. If you are a Hindu, okay, go to the temple or do some puja. If you are a Christian, do whatever the prayers you have. So before you start anything, if you have a prayer, so I am sure that will help you for overcoming these things. After telling all these things, is it fear is going to eradicate completely? Of course not. But this is only we are controlling our fear, and we can give our best performance. In conclusion, I can say that it's normal to feel nervous. Don't be panicked. Whatever you are doing, don't think that after doing these things, I will never ever become. As I said, even Satyanarayana sir, if you ask him again here, he will have the same fear. He will be nervous, but he have the technique how to control his fear. So that is important. So it is quite normal for feeling nervous. Use the methods to exhibit self-confidence. Like for example, if I am giving presentation in front of you, I may be nervous from inside, but my body movement, my eye contact, my asking questions, I am just trying to exhibit that I am so confident. I know that from inside, how much I am feeling nervous, I have fear. But when I exhibit, then also you can control your fear. So this is the overall, just I have given the brief. So just to wrap up, if you want to have the fear, if you want to overcome from your fear, first of all, be familiar with the new and unknown places. Do some exercises. Go ahead of time. Take the charge of whatever you are doing, and do some breathing exercises, prayer, and talk to the people before the presentation. You just have interact with them. Be familiar with the faces. That will help you, and that you can control your fear. Now, let me ask if you have anyone if you have any questions related to this topic, please feel free to ask. If you are not asking question, there are two things. Either you did not understand the complete presentation, or you have understood everything.
First one is what? First one is what?
Isometric exercise.
Isometric. What is it?
The stretches and the body movements, these are all come under the isometric exercise. I mean, I cannot ask somebody before coming to the position to go to gym. But you should have some exercises which is like yoga, for example. You can do some yoga before you come. Definitely that will help you. Any more questions?
Fear stands for what?
Fear stands for nervousness, unpreparedness, insecurity, foolishness, low confidence. Thank you so much.
Improved